we have our final book review of the year, and I'm really proud of myself because my goal this year, since I stopped reading for a really long time, was to read a book a month, and I ended up reading 25 books, so roughly 2 books a month, which is insane, and I'm really proud of myself. So here are the final 5 in order of what I read them, and I feel like one of them, the first one, is going to be super controversial, my opinion on it, so let's just go right into it. The first book I read was The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I wanted to read this for several reasons. 1, it was everywhere. 2, from this and all my other book reviews, you can tell that my favourite genre at the moment is not fiction, but I missed fiction, and so I really wanted a book that it had good reviews and was fiction. And my friend Lania literally messaged me saying, "You will love this, I need you to read it. You will cry, but you will love it." And I did read it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And it's so sad because everyone loves it and it's so hyped up, but I literally did not like it at all. Because here's my reasoning. Here is my reasoning. It was too cliche. I knew everything that was going to happen apart from the ending, so that was good. It's not that I hated it. It's not that I didn't, fuck with it. It's just I didn't, love it. The ending was good. However, throughout the entire thing, I knew everything else that was going to happen. It was too boring for me. Like, it was just too boring. Like, not... I might sound really stupid right now, but like not enough happened for me. It was too... It wasn't a story, back in the day when I was obsessed with fiction, my John Green era was not happy with this. I like the LGBTQ plus representation in this book, especially with the fact that it's a woman and, LGBTQ, a queer woman. But yeah, aside from that, I just really did not like it. The characters, all of them, every character is so unlikable, and I can't read a book where I don't like the characters. At least one, and I liked none of them in this. So if you want it, you can have it, because I will never pick this up again. But I'm looking for more coming of age teen stories, because I'm still 19. I'm still in my coming of age era, and I still want the inner child of me that was obsessed with the perks of being a wallflower and fucking The Fault in Our Stars. I want that again, okay? Sorry. I know everyone's gonna bash me for that, but I didn't like her. Also, can we talk about how she has been depicted as a white woman so many times, but she's like Latina, and the author did an awful job at representing a Latina, and the author is also white and cis, straight, and wrote this with a lot of privilege. But anyways, that just comes from a queer white girl. But next on this fucking list, Year of the Monkey by Patti Smith. I've almost read every single Patti Smith book, and it's nice because this is like, I think, the first one I'm reading after seeing her in concert, which was insane, and I have a vlog on that. But Year of the Monkey, I love this book. It was exactly what I needed after this shit show. It was so calming. It's a true story, but what I love about Patti Smith is, even though it's a true story, she writes like it's a fictional story. So it flows like a fiction book, but it's so nice at the end to kind of be reminded, oh, this was a true story. She just writes super poetically about her life, and The Year of the Monkey is literally just about 1 year in her life, of traveling, of friends dying and things like that, and it's just so raw and real, and I'm never gonna not love Patti Smith's book. So of course the next one I went on to was Devotion by Patti Smith. Devotion I liked the least of Patti's books. Just Kids is still my favourite. I think M Train after that, then Year of the Monkey, then Devotion. So actually the way I've read it in is the way in which I like the books. But Devotion was about Patty, but the second half of the book was like a story I think she was told or heard or something, and it was just borderline like wrong. Like I couldn't tell what was wrong with it, but something was wrong with it, and I think like that was part of the point. But it was so nice to read. But also I bought this secondhand and it has fingerprints all over it, which really pisses me off because like I love buying secondhand, but really, like, you're that dirty? But I still love this. So like out of stars, this literally gets a 2. That was a shit show. 4.5. 4 because M Train is 4.5, so that's a 4. 3. Next, this was really important for me to read because I have a selection of books on this topic that I want to read and I didn't have any yet. So this was the first one I got and I'm very, very happy to have this. White Fragility by Robin DiAngelo. This was a good book. I think when it comes to race books, I'm skeptical on how people, especially white people, are gonna write about it and represent it and present it in general. And I haven't looked at reviews or what people of colour have said about it, which I should do, and I will do, especially when I have a whole list of books on it that I want to read. However, I liked this book because it wasn't patronising and it was clear that this woman, considering she's white, knew her privilege, which was important. And a lot of it was kind of, it wasn't saying you have to do this, this and this. But it was also like stories of white people, like situations of where they've taken advantage of their privilege in less obvious ways, and it kind of gets to the grit of the issue instead of the, you know, what we see every day, and tells you like it's a constant thing you kind of have to work on because it's so ingrained in you as a white person. And the amount of adults in my life I'd like to give this book to be honest, but I'd give this like 4. It wasn't like, I don't think it was offensive. I mean, yeah, I liked it because it made sense. Like, I know a lot of people talk out their ass, which we're going to talk about in the next book, but it made sense and I enjoyed a read on something important that I wanted more education on. Okay, last book, The Descent of Man by Grayson Perry. I've met Grayson Perry and he's not rude, but like just standoffish. And in shows, because he's an artist, if you don't know who he is, but he has a couple shows in the UK about art and stuff, and he seems a lot nicer on TV, let's put it that way. But his real personality that I met, which again isn't rude, but you know, showed through in this. The Descent of Man is an amazing topic that, like, to touch on and to speak about. It's basically about gender and masculinity and femininity and how boys are raised up and men are raised up. And as someone with a man, I wanted to educate myself as well on that. And also, like I said, I love non-fiction books. It was okay. It was a short, quick read. It was written well. It made sense. But I don't know, this is such a personal thing, but I don't like how he writes. Like, I can physically hear his voice and tone, and it's kind of condescending. I think having met him didn't help in that sense, but a lot of it, in a sense, is shaming men, even though it's not entirely their fault when they're children, especially how they're brought up and how society brings them up. I think once they reach an adult point, 18 or even younger, maybe 16, and they are able to make their own decisions, that's when it starts to become their responsibility. And it shamed men, but I also think that's partially because he does mention how he was like he tried to be the man of all men kind of thing, and so I think almost it's like him talking to his younger self. It's a good book. It's a very easy read, so if you want to read something like this, I'm sure there's better, but if you like Grayson Perry, then this would be a good book. But I think I'd give it a 2.5. Yeah, like I just have to, so this is a 2, 4, 3, 4, I like that one, and a 2.5. I hope you guys enjoyed today's short video. I can't wait for more book reviews next year. I have a book under the tree at the moment which I'm so excited for. I don't know which one it is. I love surprises. And I know it's from my book list because my mum got me to send it to her, but I will see you guys soon and we'll discuss some more. And maybe at some point we can start a book club, which would be fun because I severely miss reading. It's literally been a few weeks, I'm so dramatic. But anyways, I love you and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!